willing to be responsible for the mistakes that you've made in your life and for the attitudes and the actions that led to those mistakes? Are you willing, no matter how begrudgingly that it might make you feel, to forgive yourself and even forgive yourself, even to the point of maybe making yourself laugh? Will you look at the value of the experiences that you had in your adult life, in all your life, as a child, all the way up through adulthood, but especially those that have been the most difficult experiences in your life? Are you willing to learn from what has happened in all these things and make the necessary and accordingly in the changes accordingly? So the first question is, are you willing to take responsibility for the mistakes you've made in your life? It's always somebody else's, it's their problem. But you might be sleeping on a friend's floor. Your wife could have kicked you out of the house. Your business is suffering. Are you willing to take responsibility for that? I can't take responsibility for that. Well, no, you can't actually take responsibility for their actions, but you can take responsibility that made you rely on the government as your sole provider, okay? Romans 2 tells us that, be transformed by the renewing of the mind. In other words, it's about thinking differently. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that got us to where we are today. Now, I don't know, in other words, if I'm stuck where I'm at today with no paycheck, no business, no house, no relationship, no health, then am I willing to change my thinking and do more tomorrow? Thinking the way we did. In other words, taking responsibility for our actions that got us to where we are today. It is not anybody's fault but yours. For the mistakes that you made, for not tracking what you need to track, for cheating where you cheat, for doing the things you're doing, for not standing up for what is right, and not putting in the battle and the fight that you need to put in. Because each and every day is a battle. The ascension of the warrior is about ascending every day, waking up every day, 1% better today than I was yesterday. You have the power to heal everything about you, no matter if it's in your health or in your relationships or in your wealth, business, finances. You have the power. Are you willing to make the change?